All righty. We're back at the Menon Sports Arena for Cap 2 of the doubleheader today. PHC, near screen in the blues. We're getting a visit from the refs. We'll give you a shout out. You're on television. Eddie and I. Eddie was playing a little bit of Where's Waldo. I was in the other corner. Had to find Eddie down here in the far corner. But we located. And we missed warm-ups, but we're bringing in live action. Both teams are at their bench, getting their instructions from coach. And then we will be live for game 2. Ellie Shaw is going to take the crease today in the game 2. Our locker room was hit by another bug, so our well wishes go out to Joshua Fazio as he played this morning. Got clipped by a bug and had to go home as he's not feeling well. So slight lineup change as they will bring Carr back since we have 2 defensemen short on the IR for this afternoon's game. Carr will drop back and start as a blue liner. Coach Sauer starting with Max Anuccioc's line, centering Henry Vince, Ryan Bryant, and we have Brock Donnenhauer, Brady Carr out there. Actually, we swapped centers, and now we got Max Roach between Henry Vince, Ryan Bryant, with Brock Donnenhauer and Brady Carr. So we're going with 2 righties, 2 lefties on the blue line, and we'll see what happens. Can Jen hear me? Did you ask her? I think Valerie's probably watching, but she'll respond to me. Referees are re-driving in those pegs in Ellie's net. A slight delay to the start. And now we should be ready to go. Ellie finds both her posts, acknowledges to the center ref. He's ready. Colonials always does the same. Puck is dropped. We're underway. Colonials win that face off. And then chip it to the sidewall where Dannenhauer collects. He plays it back up. Colonials defenseman gets it and throws it right back up the same wall. It's kept in by Vince. Roach is on it now. Roach collects. He throws it in front of Bryant. Bryant off the pipe. Beats him short side, but rings the iron. And that puck is thrown off the boards. Kept at the blue by Carr. Colonials collect. Try to play it through difference. Max Roach, using some of his soccer skill, retrieves that. Hauled down, no call. Plays it in front of Bryant. Bryant has it. Plays it on the backhand, back in the goaltender. Goaltender freezes this one. We will have a stoppage and a face-off to the left of the Colonials goalie. They also look to have a new goaltender tending to crease in the afternoon, donning the all-white pads. Colonials win that draw. They're making a rush. They're through the neutral zone. Good back pressure by Lucas Sauer. Good contained by Ethan Nunez. Michael Witten at home, in front, stick down. It's kept in at the point by the Colonials, and now it's thrown down the wall. Nunez collects behind Ellie Shaw. He'll push the first pass to Logan Putiniero, who gets off the wall quickly. He gets into the middle, chips it into the neutral zone, where the Colonials collect and throw it back in. Witten's going to collect. He takes a shoulder check. Banks it off the wall to himself. Nice reverse. He's looking for L-Dog. Finds Spittle in the center seam, who chips it forward. That's going to get down. There's no icings. That's going to catch crease. Goaltender stops it with the paddle, covers it up for another offensive zone face-off to the left of the Colonials goaltender. Max Roach out to take this draw. He's got Brady Carr, Brock Donnenhauer at the points. He wins this one to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer quickly fires it in. That puck was bouncing. Fires it into the far corner where Nuccio recovers and hands it to Roach. Roach puts it in front. Sticked aside by the goaltender. There's a strum in front. Johnny Gerbevek's hands go up. So Johnny G celebrating a goal as he's able to put home John LeClaire style. Big body, unable to clear him. Bangs home the rebound. They all count the same. Little flyby at the blue bench. First goal of the afternoon goes number 86. So with the lineup shaken up by 2 players missing, you move Carr back to D. He's also opting to run 2 centers through 3 wingers. So that's Max Roach out there. Carr gains the line. He gets to the dot. He fires wide. Dannenhauer keeps. He gets off the wall with it. Head up. He's looking. He dishes it to Max Nuccio. Rochi. So as I was saying, the lines are a little bit different as he's running 2 centers through 3 sets of wings, so that it's not our standard. So you're going to have to bear with me, have some patience as I find out who's on the ice with us this afternoon. Out there right now, Dannenhauer recovers at the blue line. He steps in, gets through 1, gets through 2, along the ice. Oh, trying to find Nuccio who chips it wide. Big body check on our goal scorer, Johnny Gerbevek. Johnny back to his feet. That's whistled dead for a body check. Again, might be a good play 4 years from now when they're donning the jerseys in a Bantam game. But Squirt Minor, that is whistled dead for a body check. Now we got Declan Spittle out there. Ryan Bryant back to Nunez. So it's Spittle between Bryant and Henry Vince. The other winging combo appears to be Lucas Sauer and Logan Putriero. And then Matt Nuccio and Johnny Gerbevek. On the D today in the lineup card change, we got Ethan Nunez and Michael Winton playing as a pair, and you got Brady Carr and Brock Dannenhauer as a pair on the blue line. So this is Winton with it. He's gaining through, he gains the red line, he gets across the blue line, he's into the zone, steps outside, he's looking, he finds it in front, gets through. Nunez steps in and recovers, keeps it in where Spittle has it. Spittle works down off the sidewall. Gets his pocket picked, and now the Colonials coming the other way. They're going to try to bounce it off the wall, but Nunez there with great contain, stick in the right lane, picks it off, throws it back up the boards. It's ping-ponged around in the neutral zone and thrown deep in the PHC zone. Nunez is going to collect. He's going to stop behind Ellie. He gets his eyes up so he can see the whole ice. He hits that first pass to Henry Vince. Henry Vince trying to hit Spittle, picked off by a forechecking Colonial who arrived on the scene. Now Winton opts to skate this one out, and he throws it back across to L-Dog. L-Dog coming off the bench, tries to dangle, unable to get past, and that's thrown back in. So the penalty is killed off. We're back to full strength here. It's played out in front, and now Michael Winton, he's going to get whistled down for the same infraction as the Colonials at the other end. He's going to go to the sin bin, which we didn't have in an opening, but being Halloween time, we see some decorations out there with some scarecrows sitting in what they call the sin bin, and the sin bin is what we colloquially call here in hockey the penalty box. It's where after you commit an infraction, you are sent for punitive damage for a minute and a half at this level to feel your shame and then get back on it. As I talked, your eyes were watching Max Roach collect the puck, take a full trip down the ice, parting the Colonials like Moses parted the Red Sea, and he took it to Holy Land and found the back of the net there. 2-0. Rochi brought his A game again. I don't think he's a player that anyone can question his want, his desire. But when you give him an extra reason, a little extra ammo, he's going to respond. than he has thus far today. Roach there, as I was talking about him, collecting that one on the back check. Finds white ice, tries to clear it far side, but it's kept in, but push forward. Dannenhauer collecting that one out of the air, trying to make a move with it, and it's chipped into the corner where Carr engages. Throws up the wall where Roach will collect. Gets it out of the zone. He's trying to find a step. He gets out wide. He's past one. He's in. He's past two. He fires. That one's fought off. Ends up in the far corner. Roach picks it off. He's at the top of the zone. Steps into that PSA. Fires it where he came from. Stick to side by the Colonial goaltender. Chipped out in the neutral zone where Nunez gets it. He goes partner to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer thought about coming back from where it came from, but he reverses up the other way wisely. He steps in. He's past one. He splits the D. He fires. Kick save made by the Colonials. Oh, no. That found the net in and out. Now I am 200 feet away. Thought it was a save, but had to rely upon the referee signaling good goal. So it's quickly 3-0 PHC. Rock Dannenhauer finds the score sheet. Still on a penalty kill for 13 clicks. We have Lucas Schauer, Declan Spittle up front with Brady Carr and Ethan Nunez on the back end. Spittle collects this one in the neutral zone. He's hauled down. Arm goes up. Whistle dead. So Colonials, as the PHC power play or penalty kill clicks to an end, PHC will now go man up. These referees calling it a little tightly as compared to our officials this morning. These guys are probably fresh out of a clinic and or maybe a few years experience. They are not letting them get away with much. Spittle wins that back to the point, but wide of Carr. Carr gets to it and keeps it in. Fights it off the wall. He's partner to Winton. Winton stepping into the zone. Plays it down on his backhand in front of the net where it's hacked away. 1, 2, 3 opportunities. Whistle dead as he covered it up. Good save. Yeah, it's Sauer and Annuccio chopping away there, trying to jam home a rebound. Face off to the right of the Colonials goaltender. Declan Spittle lines up. He's got Max Annuccio coming off the wall. Lucas Sauer in front. That one run to Carr. Carr fires. Goaltender shoulder save. Gets across in time. I will say that the offensive zone draws look to be on today. That one's cleared up. Carr was pinching. Bounces by him, but Winton's back to collect. He's going to use his net. Carr will loop through and throw the pick. Winton finds Sauer. Sauer leaves it for Carr. Carr tries to chip it out. Hits off a shin pad, and it's fired back in on Ellie Shaw, who fights that one off with her mask. And now that's Annuccio. Carr under the hands. Ellie makes a kick save. Carr recovers in the corner. Now Carr's got some white ice. He finds Spittle. Spittle has a seam. Oh, bounces off a skate. As we have to spread out a bit. Understand there's a lot of white ice out there. We got to start exploiting it. Winton collects. He finds Annuccio. Annuccio finds Spittle. Spittle takes a look. He's got Sauer coming with him. He gets wide. He throws it across to Sauer. Sauer collects. Fires it in. Butterfly save made by the Colonial goaltender. Spittle collects in the near corner. He reverses up the wall and now opts to throw it around behind the net, all the way around the boards, where Ethan Nunez will collect on the other point and fire it back in behind the Colonial goaltender. Annuccio in on it, throws it to the front of the net. Sauer chipping away. Goaltender keeps one, keeps two out. Sauer deposits it to the ice. Colonials collect and look to move it out. They make a good pass to the center seam, and now they hit the far side. Dannenhauer closing with the back speed. He knocks him off the puck. Roach in support, collects it, and now he has white ice. They have numbers if they hustle. 3-on-2 the other way. Colonials desperately trying to find something, trying to trip, trying to hook, trying to do something. Roach gets in, shoots, fought off by the Colonial goaltender. Another PHC body hauled down behind the net. Nothing called. Ryan Bryant with it, hit and pin behind the net. Gerberbeck throws it up to the point, up the wall to Nunez. Nunez steps in. He gets down below the net. He reverses back up to where he came from. He plays it to the point where Roach was covering. That seam is red, and the Colonials chip into their neutral zone where Brock Downenhauer collects. Gets across the red. He gets across the blue. He's in. He's got Roach with him. He gives it to Roach. Roach turns, fires into the breadbasket of the Colonial goaltender, who collects it, freezes it, hangs onto it, using the strategy to slow things down with 7:05 left in the first period. 13-1 shot lead. PHC holding on to a 3-0 lead. We'll have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Colonial goaltender. Declan Spittle wins this one back to Puntiniero. Puntiniero drops it to Carr. Carr over to Witten. Witten turns the fire into a shin pad of the Colonials. Witten throws it to Carr. Carr makes a move. He walks in, resets, chips it to the net, stick save. Spittle collects in the corner. He looks at the point. He gets it to Carr. Carr throws it back down the wall to Spittle. Spittle's in the corner with it. He plays it behind Puntiniero, but the Colonials close in on that one. Take the opportunity to move the other way with it. Witten wears that one. Good contained. Steps it. Deflected on Ellie. Oh, trickles in past. That's broken coverage. Good attempt at the first one. Good try at the first one. Changed directions on the way in. At any age, any level, that is hard when the puck changes directions. As you're set, she had her nose to the puck. She was square. Just that little change of direction. She got a stick on it and it trickled through. But PHC wins the faceoff and look to go back to work here. Johnny Gerberbeck chips it in. He gets off the wall with it. He's to the dot. He fires. Rebound there. Unable to jam it home. Nunez collects at the point. He fires it back in. Roach collects. He's coming down the half wall. He steps inside the dots. He looks. Fires one at the pads. It's there. Strum in front. A lot of bodies. Referee waves no goal. As that one stays off. Roach will take the draw. Ties up his opponent. And then pushes it to the corner where the Colonials collect. They'll throw it to the far wall. They're looking to make a center ice pass. They find a winger cutting through, but Downenhauer steps into the lane, chips it forward where Roach collects. Roach is in. He gets out wide. He's coming back inside. He steps into the zone. He fires. Nucciuk there for the rebound, unable to get good wood on it. And it's chipped out in the neutral zone. This time Downenhauer collects. He's going to reverse. Pulls up. Hits Johnny Gerberbeck. Johnny now has a seam. They got a 3-on-1 developing. Johnny's in. He slides it across the Roach. Roach back to him. Oh, looking for the tic-tac-toe. Chip back in front. Puck's bouncing around. It's cleared. Now Nunez. Good recovery. Good battle back. Feeling the pressure. Uses the net. Buys some time. Chips it up to Downenhauer, who collects. Reverses off the sidewall. And he's going to look to move it the other way. He's hauled down. Referee's hand goes up. Gerberbeck with it. Oh, go. Gerberbeck gets called or gets hauled down. Will they call 2 trips? My guess is no, but there very well could have been 2 tripping penalties on that one. They will whistle it dead for 1 trip, 1:30. So PHC returns to the Dunlop's power play with Declan Spittle taking the draw. He wins it back to Carr. Carr looks to his partner, Witten. Witten steps in. He fires through traffic. Saved by the goaltender. Good work. So on this power play opportunity, you got Declan Spittle centering Ryan Bryant in the net front, and Henry Vince is coming off the sidewall. You got Michael Witten on the left point, Brady Carr on the right point. They're trying to see if they can set it up, create some scoring opportunities. Spittle wins this one back to Carr. Carr goes to Witten. Witten back to Carr. He has a lane. He walks it in. He steps. He shoots. Finds the back of the net. And that is puck movement. That's how we draw it up, how they work on the faceoffs. But the unselfishness, defense to defense, back to defense. And then Carr recognizing he had some time, steps into the white lane, gets in, gets it through traffic. 4-1 lead as we're back to even strength. Spittle wins that one to Bryant. And as the Colonials tried to step through the lane, Carr gets a stick on it and pushes it forward. Carr's going to collect, puts it up the near wall to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant has a step. He gets into the zone. He's looking the far side. He makes a drag. He drags past two. He chips it forward to the net where it's kicked aside, and Spittle collects. Henry Vince had a campfire going in front of the net. We just couldn't get him that marshmallow. But now Vince collects on the half wall. Spittle in for support. Trying to come away with it. Henry Vince gets in and pushes it back to Winton. Winton has some space. He's going to go partner to partner. This one's red. But Carr takes the winger stick out of his hand and collects at the point. He's going to put it to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant's going to reverse up the wall with it, where the Colonials read that one and keep it. Carr goes down like a goaltender and makes a kick save. Bryant collects and tries to fire it to the net. This one is tried to launch out. Carr again keeps that one in with his feet. Ryan Bryant collects again, throws it to the front of the net. He finds Henry Vince bouncing around, rebound opportunity. Declan Spittle. Declan Spittle with the putback. Puck movement, aggressive keeps at the blue line, which we've seen the last few games. I'm glad the defense are stepping in and not just camping out flat-footed at the blue line. They're keeping it in. So Carr did his best Joshua Fazio impression, kept that one live. Ryan Bryant gets it to the net. Vince puts it on. Spittle collects the rebound. Off the draw, that one's won the L-Dog. L-Dog, Logan Pucciero gains the zone. He's fighting through it. Puts it deep. Where Roach is now playing 1-on-2 in the corner. He comes away with it. He gets into the dots. He fires. Goaltender drops into his butterfly. Rebounds there. Roach collects. He looks at the point. He finds Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer looks to go one-timer clap bomb. Doesn't connect on it. But that puck is kept in. We have L-Dog with it. Who steps past one, steps past two, brings it back outside. He's going to use the net. Trying to find someone. Reverses back. He's going to go to the other side. Now he chips in front of Roach. Colonials collect, and they're able to chip it forward. Ethan Nunez, beautiful keep at the blue line. Roach gets off the half wall with it. He's cutting across the PSA. Moves to Lucas Sauer. Colonials collect, and they bring it in the neutral zone. But you're met with L-Dog and Roach with back pressure, allowing Nunez to collect the puck, move it to Dannenhauer. Now Dannenhauer's trying to catch him in the line change. He gains the blue line. He's out wide. He's back in. He fires. Saves made. Rebounds there. Chips at it. Dannenhauer still on it. Puts it down into the corner for Roach to collect it. Roach met with one or two bodies, and the Colonials come away with it, trying to flip that ice. They do. They find a seam, but Logan Pucciero with back pressure. Good contained by Nunez. Good teamwork. They recover the puck. Nunez to Sauer. Sauer to Logan Pucciero. That one was behind him. Colonials able to collect in the neutral zone. They fire it back down in behind Ellie. Johnny Gerberback coming off the bench, and Ethan Nunez trying to get there first. Nunez takes out the first forechecker. That one was a little bit of a body laid on Roachy. No call. Dannenhauer collects. He's trying to go 200 feet with it. Finds, he was looking backdoor from Pucciero. They ran out of space. Pucciero collects. He's inside the blue line. He's with it. He loads. Finds Gerberback on the doorstep, who jams it home and gives the point right away to his line mate and says, hey, good pass, buddy. That one's all you. It's good when the kids see it and they feel it and they know where that puck came from, right? And he's still letting them know. As we went back to the bench, Johnny G giving the thumbs up to L-Dog. Great puck movement. Spittle asked to step out of the face-off circle to reset here. He's talking to Carr. As the referee partner is explaining something to the Colonials coach. Spittle collects for the face-off. That one's won the Nucciok, who puts it back to Winton. Winton collects and puts it back up to Nucciok. And Nucciok is shoulder and knocked off the puck, but recovers and chips it forward where Spittle gains, putting the pressure on. Now Johnny G's after it. That's chipped in where Spittle collects at the face-off dot, basically, puts it down the half wall, collects himself, and then he puts it deep. And now they're going to forecheck. That one's played up the near wall. Carr steps in, collects it. He's going to play it deep into the corner. That gets behind the Colonial goaltender, where Nuciuk will collect in the far corner. He gets his head up. He finds looking for Johnny G. That gets through the seam. He's coming all the way back. It's no icing as PHC had a play on it. Carr's going to collect. He's going to use his net, loses the puck, finds it, puts it back to Johnny G. Johnny G chips off the near wall. It's out to the point where Spittle collects. He pushes forward. It's a 2-on-0 now. Oh, good stick by the back-checking Colonial. Knocks that one away from Spittle, and Anuccio collects, and they throw it right up in the middle where Johnny G was camped out. He fires that one back in, but it's blocker to side. 3, 2, 1, and the horn sounds. 6-1 after the first period. Hang with us. We'll be back for more action. All right, we're back underway here. Puck is dropped. We're trying to find a better viewing angle as we're not in the best of, unlike the press box we were in this morning, we were in a corner along the bench side. So trying to get a viewing angle for our friends and family watching at home. That one's chipped forward. Roach is in on it. He collects in the corner. Tries to get his eyes up. It's sticked away by the Colonels. They attempt to try to use the glass. Nunez holds it in at the point. Plays it back down behind the Colonial net. Well, Ryan Bryant picks a pocket. He tries to put it out in front. Off the side of the net, Henry Vince collects. Goaltender squeezes that one with his catch glove. Hangs onto it and uses the opportunity to freeze it. And we'll reset for a offensive zone face-off to the right of the Colonials goaltender. Becky Spittle to take this draw. Wins it back to Winton. Puniero collects it. He throws it to Carr. Carr steps in, looking backdoor for Sauer. Doesn't get it through the traffic. That one gets out into the neutral zone. And now we have a back check situation. Carr is going to get whistled dead for a hook as he got under the hands. Hauled him down from behind. And he will go to the shin bin for 1:30. So PHC, 13:46 left in the second period. Shot total 26-2. Nursing a 6-1 lead. We got Logan Pucciero, Michael Winton, Ethan Nunez, and Lucas Sauer out here to kill this one off. Pucciero puts it to Nunez in the corner. Nunez reverses behind the net, plays it back to Pucciero. who exits the zone with speed. He gains the offensive zone. He gets outside the dots, fires it on net, stick to side. That one's played out to the point up the middle where Nunez collects. Sauer stops it on the way in and tries to change direction. Played behind the goaltender. Witten keeps it, plays it back down in the corner. Now Sauer's onto it in the near corner. Colonials throw it up the wall. Sauer plays it to Pucciero. Pucciero tries to find a cutting Nunez, but that lane was red, jumped by the Colonials, and they moved the other way with it. Michael Witten, good stick, good contain, keeps it to the outside, collects the puck. He has some white ice. Now he's going to find Sauer on the far side. He gains it. He gains the red line. He gets to the blue line. He's going to dump it in behind the net, where L-Dog's going to fight this one off. He recovers. He picks it up. Uses the net. He's looking in front. He's got his point. He's going to reverse back down and then reverse back up to the top of the house. He steps in, makes another dangle. He's looking. He pushes to Dannenhauer at the point. Dannenhauer steps in. He fires it. Changes directions off of Colonial stick. Sauer unable to fight that one back into the goaltender, and that stays outside and is thrown down the ice. Where Dannenhauer collect and use his own net. He's waiting for some line changes to occur. Penalty expires, and now he moves it. That's Logan Pucciero with it. He's got Matt Sanucciuk with him and Johnny Gerberbeck. Pucciero gains the zone, fires at the side of the net. Gerberbeck collects behind the net. He's bodied down. Little extracurricular activity, nothing called there. Colonials collect and try to skate it out. They get out into the neutral zone. They got numbers if they hurry. Dannenhauer and Nunez clogging that middle up. Good stick by Nooner. And Johnny G collects. He's got Roach with him. He headmans at the Roach. Roach has a Sanucciuk with him. Roach is held onto. His stick is in the hands of the Colonial defender. But the refs let that one go. Colonials collect and clear the zone with it. It's on the half wall in the neutral zone. Nooner steps up. Does not let entry into our zone. Colonials waiting to avoid that automatic offsides, and then they play it deep once their teammates are online. Now Dannenhauer has it behind Shaw. He'll get his toes up ice, and he's going to look to take his trip. He's got his eyes up. He's trying to move it. He's trying to hit Johnny G, who's read well by the Colonials. Johnny G fights through it, though, regains control and fires it into the far corner. You got Roach and Sanucciuk in on it. That's played up the wall, where Nunez will fight off that pressure, collect it, use some extra real estate, and then reverse up. Sanucciuk trying to win that battle on the half wall, gets across the goal mouth, where Gerberbeck collects, and now he's going to skate to the neutral zone this time with it. He gets in, he chips it to Roach. Roach slides it back across for Sanucciuk. Sanucciuk tries to jam it home. Goaltender stays tall, stays strong. Keeps that one out of the back of the net. Some good pressure, some good late movement. Now let's see if we can set some things up and work those triangles. This one's one back to Winton. Winton collects. He fires it in. He finds the back of the net. Beautiful face-off win. Michael Winton collects it, deposits it, much like he did in the first half of the day. Fires that one with authority, finds the twine, extending the lead to 7-1. Spittle wins the neutral zone draw to Bryant. Bryant chips it back to Spittle. Spittle gains the offensive zone. Stick to side where Spittle collects, and he's going to opt to play it around the boards to Vince in the far corner. Vince is going to collect. He plays it deep behind the net where Spittle's there to cut it off. Colonials chip it along the boards. And now Ryan Bryant playing above it. He comes off the sidewall with it. Defender able to stick that away. And they're going to throw it down, but they're going to wave that off as they're saying the PHC players had an opportunity to play that one. Winton collects behind his own net. He's looking to make the first pass. Finds Vince. Vince looking to hit it into the center seam. Bounces off the skates. Carr following the puck up, keeping it to the outside, containing and allows Spittle to collect behind the net. He's going to put it back up the wall where Bryant was dumped, but gets back to his feet and wins the puck. Plays it in the neutral zone. Vince in on it. Spittle following up. Spittle gains control. He's got Bryant with him. Spittle plays the backhand. It's kept out. And now a whistle dead as that puck was loose on a big stop by the goaltender, but White being whistled dead for another tripping penalty. So PHC will go back to the Dunlop's Bar and Grill Dude Up. If you haven't been to Dunlop's, I highly suggest getting out there. Wonderful breakfast, wonderful lunch, good dinner options too. A lot of taps, and I am guilty. I've spent a breakfast, lunch, and dinner there several occasions. This one's played ahead. Dannenhauer collects at the point. He throws it back into the corner where Roach is after it. He's got Sauer with him. This comes around. Roach being hooked. They let go, but the Colonials opt to skate this one out of the zone. Dannenhauer with a stick at the blue line knocks it aside. Colonials collect and play it off the back of the net into the far corner. They chip it back behind Ellie Shaw, where Dannenhauer uses the body to separate the Colonial from the puck. And now he gets his toes up. He's looking far side. He finds Puntriero. Puntriero trying to get into the zone, trying to stay on sides. Chips it forward, stays above it. Roach kicks it back to his stick. He's cutting across the top of the zone. He's going to get in, plays it to the front. Oh, looking for Sauer, but that was red and picked off by the Colonials, and they moved the other way with it. This one's pushed forward to Ethan Nunez. Ethan Nunez throws it up the wall. Roach is going to get in after it, but it's chipped back in the neutral zone. No icing. Has a hit off the blue jersey. So Nunez will grab it behind his own net. Stop and think about it for a second, but he plays it forward where Roach has some space. He's got a set. He's got a seam. He's looking to come back. He cuts across and fires it, and that finds the net as it squeezes in far post along the ice. But it was the eyes. The goaltender square to the puck, took his eyes off the puck, looked at Roach. I think he thought he was going to pass it, and he slides it in along the ice. 8-1. Declan Spittle to take this neutral zone face-off. Puck is dropped. Spittle chips it forward. Johnny G pushes it forward, and Spittle collects now. He gets in. He fires. That's sticked and gloved by the goaltender. A little bit of extracurricular activity. Referees letting the boys know, hey, when that whistle blows, separate from each other. Let's have a clean game. Spittle giving his instruction to his point man. He's got Brady Carr and Michael Witten at the points. Spittle wins it to Gerberback back to Carr. Carr traps it, throws it across. Witten now collects. He fires outside of the net. Gerberback collects behind the net. He's going to walk it around. He's going to drop it to Spittle. Spittle's eyes up. He's going to play it. He's get back to the forehand. He finds Gerberback. Gerberback across to Anuchuk. Anuchuk back across the goal mouth. Goaltender squeezes that one, alertly staying on the puck and staying square that time. Colonials opting for a full shift change. Face-off will be in the offensive zone to the left of the goaltender. You got Johnny G coming off the half wall. Declan Spittle wins it to G. G pushes it back to Carr at the point. Carr's going to skate down the sideboards. He gets below the goal line. He tries to find Anuchuk in front. Goaltender says, no one's home. Not in my house. Not today. Keeps it out of the back of the net. And now we're moving the other way. Winton's in a foot race. Winton will get there first. He'll take the body. Nothing's called. That's thrown up the near wall. It gets out into the neutral zone. Johnny G on the forward pressure. Anuchuk reading it. That one's chipped into John. Max picks it up. He fires high and wide. And now that one's played back out in the neutral zone, and the Colonials have numbers if they hustle. Good back pressure by Declan Spittle, allowing his defenseman to get in the zone and coverage. And that puck is played aside. Colonials collect in the neutral zone. They're going to come back and enter the PHC zone and play it deep behind Ellie Shaw, where Winton will collect. He'll get his toes up. He'll get his eyes up. And now he's trying to find Max Anuchuk on the far side. He does. Max plays to the Spittle. Spittle reverses and comes up, gains the entry to the zone. Coming down the wall, looking for someone in front, but we were in a line change situation. So he opts to play it in on net where it's frozen by the Colonial goaltender. L-Dog to take this draw. Gets that one back to Nunez. Nunez collects at the point. He turns. He fires in on the net where Futriero collects it patiently, makes one more dangle, and slides it in with the backhand. 9-1 PHC with 5:57 left in the second. So we have a line of Logan Futriero centering Ryan Bryant, Henry Vince, Ethan Nunez, Brock Dannenhauer on the blue line. That faceoff is won to Bryant. Bryant pushes it back to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer looks to go, but plays it back up to Bryant. Gets it into the zone where the Colonials step to it, exit the zone, and play it into the PHC zone. Nunez contains that pressure, keeps it outside. It's pushed to the point and flipped back in, bouncing around, but Bryant plays it with his hands alertly, gets it to his stick quickly, finds Henry Vince, and now Henry Vince is trying to find a seam. He slides it across to L-Dog. L-Dog's in. He shoots, he fires, he finds the twine. Good heads-up play. That one's going to go 5-12 to 20, and we're going to celebrate the small details on that. That play started with a flip, a lollipop of a floating puck, and rather than putting his stick up, Ryan Bryant alertly grabs it with his hands, knocks it down to his own stick, head up, toes up, moves it to Henry Vince. Henry Vince draws three guys to him, alertly moves that puck like we've been talking about. It's all about puck movement. Slides it across to L-Dog. No doubt about it. When he's in 1-0 on your goaltender, he's usually going to win that battle. He finds the twine and extends this to a 10-1 lead. Faggio, shout out to Joshua Faggio, who had to leave after the first one today. Hopefully our thoughts and prayers are with him and his defensive partner, Billy Maurer, both getting caught by a bug here early in the season. We hope that they have a speedy recovery and their health and welfare gets back to it. And we're just going to give them a shout out right now. 5:21 left in the second period. Colonials opting for a timeout. It is a 10-1 lead. PHC 39-2 in shots. Coming out of the timeout, Nick Sauer opts to put Max Muciuk at center. Logan Cucciarero goes to the bench. So we have Max Muciuk at center, Henry Vince on his left, Lucas Sauer on his right. We got Mike Winton and Brady Carr at the point. Muciuk steps in, makes a move. Can't find the net. The puck is bouncing around. 1, 2, 3. That's in the net. Ooh, cross the line before the whistle. Sauer put it back, but the referee lost sight of it, blows it dead. Blows it dead. We'll have a face-off to the right of the Colonial goaltender. Max Anucciuk actually wins. I said it was Henry Vince. It's Max Roach playing wing. Sauer collects in the far corner. He's looking to play behind the net where Max I is in on it. Now Lucas Sauer wins it. Roach playing above it. That one's sent across the seams. Carr picks it off in the neutral zone. He's looking to get to the outside. He plays it back in once his teammates get onside. Anucciuk's in after it first. Now it's played up the wall where Roach is going to play above it. He's going to pick it off. He's going to deep one. He's going to go in the corner with it, looking for support. Colonial will flip it forward. Winton collects at the point, manning up like a Jersey barrier, keeping it in, not allowing any traffic through. Nucciuk ends up with it on a stick. He's in the corner with it now, trying to find that puck. Sauer in with support. He plays it in front looking for Roach. Roach collects. Backhands to where it came from. That's wide. That's played up the wall. Winton reads and steps in and keeps it in again like a jersey barrier. That gets out in the neutral zone where Carr's there to collect. Carr's going to go far side with it. Decides to reverse back. He loses an edge. Turns it over. In on Ellie. Ellie blocker save. Bows him out as he lost his edge. Trying the reverse, and now Roach with it. He's looking to go 185 feet. He gets past one. He gets past two. Met with a stick. Gets past three. Chips it to the side, but wide. He collects. He steps inside the dots. He's playing on his backhand. Throws it to the net where Sowers collected. Chips it into the corner. Roach still on it. Finds it. He's looking. He steps into the zone. Shoots. Kicked away by the Colonial goaltender. Colonials collect. Throw that one in the neutral zone where Nooner collects, and he plays it over to Brock Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer puts it back to Logan Pucciero on the weak side. Logan steps into the center seam, and now he comes all the way across with it. He's on the half wall. Bumped off the puck, trying to stay on the defensive side of it. That's thrown up the point where it's collected by Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer walks it in, looks back door. He had Gerberbeck. Spittle picks it off and throws it at the net. But that stays wide. L-Dog in after it. Plays it to Spittle from his knees. Spittle looking for the one touch to Johnny G. Good puck movement. But at that one, I would have wanted him to load the stick and fire, and Johnny G to look for the rebound. Either way, great puck movement. It's now down behind Ellie Shaw, where Nunez is skating left to right with it and pushes it back up the half wall. Where it's shipped into the neutral zone. Johnny G collects and gets it off the wall. He gets it to Logan Pucciero. Logan Pucciero gains the zone. He beats one. He beats two. Diving effort to contain that one by the Colonial defense. And Pucciero is playing on the other wall with it now. Tries to find a seam and collect. That one's sticked away, but Dannenhauer collects the point. He looks. He fires. Finds helmet. Finds crossbar. Gerberbeck now with it. He plays it back to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer steps down in the corner. He's looking to throw it in front. Collects as it sticks aside. Reverses behind the Colonial net. Trying to find the puck. Outnumbered, and that puck's going the other way. But Ethan Nunez collects the puck. Head up to Pucciero. Spittle ends up with it on his stick. And now he's coming through the neutral zone. Johnny G slows down, straddles that line. High and wide off the stick of Spittle. Eldol comes off the half wall with it, plays back in the near corner. Spittle's going to get there. He's going to win the puck race. He's going to come back out, stick to side. L-Dog's now going to try. He takes his attempt. He goes far side. Back up the wall. Chips it to the point where Dannenhauer's going to play it back down the wall to Pucciero. Pucciero trying to step off that wall, met by a body, but he plays it to Spittle. Spittle looking, buying time. He throws it to Pucciero on the far wall. Pucciero makes a move. He was trying to find Johnny G on the back door. Now Dannenhauer has it. He steps into the PSA, gets the stick of Gerberbeck. Goaltender makes a great butterfly save. He squeezes it. For anyone watching from an angle, there was Johnny G was crashing the net, did not get there. No stick to the pad, no stick to the crease. He pulled up, but he was going with full speed. So the fans behind not liking it, but there was actually no stick to the goaltender. There was a lot of personal space still provided there. It's a good hockey play. Now we have Max Roach centering Ryan Bryant and Henry Vince with Mike Winton and Brady Carr at the points. You got Vince coming off the half wall, Ryan Bryant trying to create havoc in front. Nuchuk loses that one, but Ryan Bryant jumps into the zone, into the lane, and keeps it into the corner. Henry Vince and Nuchuk in on it, below the line. Bryant trying to stay above it. Colonials opt to skate this one a little bit and then chip it out into the neutral zone. Winton collects, plays it back to Vince. Vince gains the line and plays it deep. Nuchuk's in after he lifts the stick, collects the puck, trying to play it to Bryant. Unable to get through. Colonials collect. They'll try to play it out, but Carr reads it, keeps it, plays it back to Nuchuk, who's looking for Bryant on the back door. Ryan Bryant collects on the little half wall. He's trying to play it into the corner, chips it forward. Colonials chip it forward. Horn sounds, end of the second period. 10-1, 46-3 in shots. All right, we're back for the sixth and final period of the day between these two. Ellie Shaw takes the net down the near side of the ice. Both goaltenders acknowledge to the referee they're ready to go. Puck is dropping and run away in the third frame. Minuchuk wins this back to Carr. Carr puts it up the far wall to Vince. Vince is going to play it forward. Goes in offsides. So it looks like we have a natural line together here. Not many of them today as they're doing their best with the lineup card, but we got Anuchuk centering, Henry Vince, Ryan Bryant. That one back to Carr. Carr tries to step around, gains the red line, and tips it up the boards for Vince. And then it's played back off for Bryant. Bryant gains the blue line, throws it to Anuchuk. Anuchuk plays it over to Vince. Vince is going to pull up, head up. He's looking to move it to the front. He throw drag, steps in front, met with resistance, deposited to the ice surface. And that's played around the wall where Carr will win the race in his body to keep that one in. Plays it down to Bryant. Bryant finds Vince. Vince plays it back in front for Anuchuk. That one bounces through. Bryant with good pressure, trying to keep it. Carr trying to hit his partner, but that one blindly passed and read by the Colonials, where Winton, with a good stick, contains the pressure, plays it back in the neutral zone, and we're headed the other way with it now. Ryan Bryant keeps it, gets in. He's into the corner. He's got his heads up. He's trying to set up. He's trying to center it. Gets it to Anuchuk, who fires from his knees. But that's fought off and stays wide of the goaltender. Carr keeps. He's deposited. But gets it back across. So that one goes Carr to Bryant. Bryant to Anuchuk. Anuchuk finds the net. Nice quick release. Good hockey play. Extending the lead to 11-1. That's a nice quick release. And that is a triangle that we talk about all the time. Carr plays it down the wall. Bryant collects it and moves it. Finds the other point, the third point of the triangle, who happened to be Mr. Anuchuk that was in the primary scoring area. He deposited in the back of the net. Play continues off of that draw. We enter the zone. That's Lucas Sauer finding the score sheet as he fires that one in. Far side. Luciero collects this one off the face-off, trying to find Sauer, trying to make some magic happen again right off a face-off, but that one out too far in front where the Colonials are able to collect behind their own net and try to play it up out of the zone, but that's read and kept in by L-Dog. Colonials collect. They look to get off the wall with it. They're met with the back pressure of Max Roach. Max Roach loses his footing. Nunez steps up and keeps it alive, and now Roach collects, gets his head up. He finds Sauer. Sauer chips it forward. They're going to say he backed in before it touched the puck. So that one's whistled dead. Line change here. Max I playing the center position. Got Declan Spittle playing some left wing, and Johnny Gerberback on his right. Spittle collects that one off the face-off, looking to play it deep. We enter offsides, and that's blown dead. Some of these offsides caused by lack of familiarity, lack of chemistry, as we are playing with a jumbled lineup card today. Barr loses his footing. Spittle there, though, to support. Now that's played back behind Ellie Shaw, where Gerberback's in on it. Barr in support, staying defensive side to it, pushes it to Gerberback. Gerberback exits the zone, plays it ahead to Anuchuk. Spittle looking for it. Gerberback enters the zone with it. He's trying to get off the wall. He fires. That's saved and kept aside. Anuchuk called down. Nothing called. Spittle collects on the far side, plays it back to Anuchuk, who tries to play it across to Johnny G. Johnny G collects it. He throws it to Winton. Winton fires in. Now Anuchuk and Spittle in on it in the corner. Played up the wall where Carr will retrieve it, step down the boards, fire it to the front of the net, bouncing around. Johnny G deposits it. So puck movement, aggressive keeps, and then when they get it to the net, a lot of goals in the second one are getting to the net with speed and the stick. The important detail is the stick is on the ice. We teach this to the youngest ages. They find the puck and they jam it home. Not much the goaltender can do with it. Colonials collect, enter the zone with it. Carr's going to collect, throws. Good first pass to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant finds L-Dog. L-Dog's looking to find a seam. He finds it, gets across the neutral zone, on sides. He's bumped off the puck, stays with it. Henry Vince with the pressure. Witten collects. He's going to play it back down into the near corner, or far corner. L-Dog finds it, steps in, fires high and wide. Ryan Bryant trying to win the puck in the corner. He does. He throws it in front. Gets out in front to Henry Vince. Henry Vince tries to find the puck and get one off, but the Colonials step to it and step out of the zone with it. Carr meets him at that blue line, and it's chipped ahead where his partner, Michael Winton, will collect, use his own net. He moves it to Henry Vince. Henry Vince has it, takes an extra stride. He's hauled down not one, but two Colonials. You're not going to get a call this late on Sunday. Fumble the puck. It's in on Shaw. Shaw stays with it all by herself. Stays square. Fouls them out. And keeps that one out of the back of the net. So now we got Ethan Nunez, a.k.a. Nooner, and Brock, a.k.a. Beast Mode Dannenhauer, out on the blue line with Max Roach centering, Lucas Sauer, and Max Anuccio. That one gets off the half wall by Sauer. Roach finds it. He's going to go 185 feet. He's going to play it to Anuccio. Stick save. Good paddle by the Colonial goaltender. And this one's chipped out in the neutral zone. Pass Dannenhauer. But Max Roach there with his back pressure collects it, enters, gets inside the dots, gets across the top of the house, finds Ryan Bryant, who fires it on the net. Lucas Sauer fires it on net. Good strong save by the Colonial goaltender with just under 10 clicks left in the third. Looks like they've moved to a running clock, which is a non-AY rule. In the AY, you're not supposed to run clocks. But I don't think you're going to have any complainers, as we have to make a trip back down the Jersey Turnpike to return home on a Sunday night. Roach with the back pressure, fighting off pressure, takes one hack, takes two hacks. He's going to come back the other way with it. He's going to get his eyes up, gets off the wall. Winton chips that one out of the zone. It's played back in, automatic offsides. So now they do stop the clock, 9:23 left in this one. Puntiero finds Carr at the point. Carr has daylight. He puts it back to Puntiero. Puntiero back to Carr. Carr steps in. He fires. That doesn't get through the traffic. And now the Colonials look to collect and come the other way. But Johnny G keeps it in momentarily. And now it's played over to Michael Winton's side where he's going to collect. He's just going to keep that in the neutral zone. And Declan Spittle's going to get after it. Colonials win the puck on the half wall. They're coming back into the zone with it. It's chipped in the corner. Michael Winton's going to get to it. Reverses back. Finds Spittle. Pinching defenseman keeps it in aggressively at the line where Winton's going to collect. Winton buys some time. Finds Spittle in the seam. Spittle plays it back across for Johnny G. A little too far out in front of him, but G collects in the far corner. Looks to play it back in front. It's paddled aside. by the Colonial goaltender. Colonials are going to come the other way with it. No ice. Colonials collect. Throw it to the front of Ellie. Ellie's going to stop that one. Freeze it herself. Allow for a line change. Minuchuk wins that one to Nunez. Nunez behind Ellie with it now. He's going to reverse and go back the other way. Makes it pass to Henry Vince. Henry Vince chips it out in the neutral zone. That's going to be waved off as it doesn't have the legs to get there. It's thrown up the wall where it came from. Vince there above it. Makes one move, makes two. It's sticked away to the point, but Nunez is going to keep it and play it to the far side. Referee behind that one says he did not keep. That rolled out in the neutral zone and was whistled dead for an automatic offsides. 7:21 left on the clock. And that's another neutral zone face-off. Puck is bouncing around. Colonials come out of the scrum with it. They gain the zone. They're tied up on the wall. It's chipped into the corner, and where Dannenhauer is going to collect. He's going to use the net. He chips it to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant has it. He's got his eyes up. Good angle by the Colonial forechecker. Meets that breakout. But Dannenhauer in support follows up, gets it, and now he's going to skate it. He steps in. Spinorama. Sega Genesis 1994 style. But wide of the goaltender. He surfs the play. Keeps it in at the point. And Vince will collect behind the net. Played up the half wall to Ryan Bryant. Ryan Bryant being bumped around but holding his ground. Plays it back behind the net to Vince. Minucciuk in on it. Vince comes out of the scrum with it. He gets around the net. He's looking. He's going to reverse back. Trying to find Max Minucciuk in front. It's pushed towards the goal. And then we're waving off no goal. Goaltender holds his ground, keeps that one out of the back of the net. L-Dog to take this offensive zone draw. He puts it into the corner where the Colonials collect. They're going to look to try to go the other way with it. But L-Dog's going to read that one, get to it, step back in front, plays it over to Roach. Roach fires it at the net. It stays out of the back of the net only for a second as Sauer collects and puts it in the net. So good puck movement. Good rebound opportunity. They net another one. Off the ensuing faceoff, L-Dog comes out of the center circle with it. He's going to gain the zone. Met with some traffic. Fights through it. Fires at the net. Finds Twine. There's another quick one. Got through the traffic. Took it 100 feet himself. Buried it. I've lost count. They are keeping it at a 10-goal spread on the board here. That might be the 14th one of the day in the second game here. They also stopped putting shots up. My partner has told me. That one's fired in. Ellie staying awake, staying disciplined. Sees that one in. Goes, attacks it with her glove. Hangs on to it. We got 5.5 minutes left here. Minucciuk wins that one. Carr uses his net. Gets his eyes up. Finds Bryant. Bryant chips ahead to Minucciuk. Minucciuk has a seam. He's got Vince with him, trying to settle the puck as it's rolling. He gets in. He finds Iron. Rings the pipe. Bryant collects the rebound, tries to get it back to the net, and that's kicked aside. Colonials get it. They throw it out in the neutral zone where Carr's going to collect. He's going to gain the red line. Then he's going to opt to try to play it deep. Bounces off a skate. Keeps at the point. Plays it deep into the corner. Nuchuk is going to collect. He tries to find Vince. Oh, good look. Good sauce. Just a little too spicy. And Vince not able to finish that one. But ensues in the puck battle. Gets out in the neutral zone where Carr and Winton are there to say, hey, we're not going to let you move through the neutral zone on us. Carr deposits it back into the Colonial zone. Gets off the sidewall. Henry Vince with another opportunity. Now the Colonials have numbers if they hurry. Good back pressure by Henry Vince. Carr's going to collect behind his own net on the backhand. Plays it to Vince. Vince runs into a referee. He's hitting pinned. Carr finds it. Tries to chip it forward. Gets after the half wall. Gets off the wall to Anunciuk. Anunciuk plays it forward to Bryant. Bryant makes a move. He gains the zone. Plays it back to Anunciuk. Anunciuk fires. Good blocker save by the Colonial goaltender. Who's staying strong, fighting through this one. Shots on goal read 50-6. But I think this guy may have seen close to 70. Play will reset. That puck was dropped. There's no penalty being called here. There can't be, as the referees drop the puck without doing the formal count. So they exit the extra PHC skater off the ice. No penalty. We'll do it again. Puck is dropped. Push back to the point. Where now we have Lucas Sauer playing some defense. So Joshua Fazio eating some chicken noodle soup and trying to nurse himself back to health. And Billy Maurer, watch out. We got Lucas Sauer now on the blue line. This one's going to come down for a defensive zone faceoff. L-Dog wins that faceoff, pushes it ahead to Spittle. Spittle exits the zone. He's hauled down. Whistles are going to stay in the pocket. A lot of bodies along the half wall. Colonials exit the zone and coming back the other way. Gerberbeck with good relentless back pressure. He gets laid out. He's holding his head. He's going to bounce up and get back to the bench. Sans his stick, but Ethan Nooner picks it up and is going to go hand that back to his teammate. Say, hey, you need this tool for when you're ready to come back and do your best work. Hopefully he's okay. 3:19 left. Anuchuk wins that draw. Colonials recover and retrieve it. Play it back into PHC zone where Nunez chips it off the wall, trying to get it out of the zone. But Colonials able to regain, step into that PSA, and he's hauled down from behind by Anuchuk. So Max Anuchuk doesn't see the sin bin often. We'll go see the penalty box for 1 minute and 30 seconds for tripping. Bryant wins this draw. Oh, loses this draw. Fire it. Far side of Ellie. It's Ellie kicks to the side. Bryant collects it and gets that puck out. Finds Henry Vince. Henry Vince trying to make a move at the far blue line. He's met with some resistance, but it's played forward. Vince trying to go partner to partner. But again, you got forwards playing defense that normally aren't back there. Ellie fights that one off with her right shoulder as that got in on her. Helmet, sorry. My eyesight is starting to fail me as I enter my senior years. So rather than shoulder, she fought it off with the dome. Luckily, it doesn't phase her because her teammates fire shots at her head all the time, inexplicably in practice, as they do Coleman Williams. So she fought that one off with the head, and now we're back to action. Nunez collects, gets behind Ellie, throws it, makes that first pass, tape to tape to Vince. Vince trying to play it back to Bryant. That gets in the neutral zone. Colonials enter the zone. They push it forward. Good stick by Vince. It's played back in front. McCark retrieves it coming off the bench. We have Nooner and Carr out, I think, on the back end with Ryan Bryant and Henry Vince up front trying to kill this penalty off. Penalty is over. Puck gets in. Nooner collects. He's looking for Roach. He finds Roach. Roach has a fresh set of legs. Trying to dangle and get through. Carr following up. Kicks it back to Roach. Roach gets past one. He gets past two. He's on the outside. Past three. Fires it to the front. Let's stick the side. Roach recovers. Picks it up. Stops. Puts it back into the corner. Comes off the half wall with it now. Reverses behind the net. He's looking. Puts it to Witten at the point. Witten trying to recover and play it from his knees. Carr loses an edge. And now we have Roach with his relentless back pressure, bailing both his defenders out. And he's also got Declan Spittle there. Good team effort. No damage done. As that could have been a car wreck. No pun intended. But we had our jersey barrier, Mike Winton, lose an edge. Carr trying to recover. He loses an edge. But luckily, we had the speedy Spittle and Roach to recover and foul them out. Carr plays it back up the wall to Roach. Roach plays it up to the point. Puntiero puts it to Spittle. Spittle puts it back to Puntiero. Puntiero's in all alone. He's going to go right, left. Ed deposit that one on his backhand. 9 seconds left in the game. Strong finish. We will have to go to the official score sheet as they choose to run this one off. Good hockey, good 2 days. We thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the PHC 2015 team. So we'll have to go to the official score sheet to see what that one ended. Board reads 12-1. I think it might have been a little bit more. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Enjoy your work week. We'll see you next weekend.